According to the State of Nigerian Girl report produced by Save the Children International in Nigeria, 44% of girls are married before their 18th birthday, and the country records this as one of the highest rates of child marriage globally. Child marriage is reportedly more prevalent in the northwest and northeast of Nigeria, where 48% of girls were married by the age of 15 and 78% were married by the age of 18. When girls are married off too early, it affects different aspects of their life, limiting their rights to make decisions for their lives. Girls who are subjected to early and forced marriage often have their education disrupted and also increases their vulnerability to other forms of violence and discrimination, thereby affecting their status in the society. Evidence shows that it leads to ills such as poverty, increased rates of out-of-school children, and inadequate access to health facilities.
The issues I think girls are facing today are child marriage, rape, harmful traditional practices like FGM, maternal and child mortality. But personally, I feel all these issues are intertwined and connected to each other. For example, let's take child marriage and education. When a girl is married off early at a young age, before the age of 18, she is forced out of school. So that now has translated to a higher rate of and a higher number of out-of-school children.
We girls face many challenges apart from child marriage and lack of education, but they are the main challenges we face. We face rape and the early forced child marriage too. We face it, and it is usually affecting us because when a girl is just married off maybe to her father's friend or something like that, her future is just desolated. She will not be given the opportunity to go to class again.
And then because of that child marriage, she would now have to have kids early, so early pregnancies, which would now translate to issues like maternal and child mortality.
She'll just there be given birth, at last she will be infected with VVF, and guess what, that woman will just pack her things. Maybe he will bring another wife to the house. And then lack of education to girls. Yes, we face this challenge. It's a very important challenge that is disturbing us indeed.
An estimated of 44% of Nigerian girls, especially in the northern part of Nigeria, get married before their age of 18. Rates are not likely to reduce as a result of the pandemic, economic crisis, and conflicts. And one of the major causes of this situation is early child marriage.
You can see how all these issues are intertwined with each other. And personally, I feel and I strongly believe that if we reverse the indices of out-of-school children, we would help eradicate all these other issues like FGM and maternal and child mortality and other issues like that, just by promoting education and having more girls go to school.
We, the actors, we, the parents, the mothers, the community leaders must rise up to make a difference and to wipe the tears on these vulnerable children that have been denied education. Because education is the right of every child. And I want to place on record the full commitment of President Muhammadu Buhari. He is fully committed, and he has lent his voice loud and clear that education is the right of every child, particularly the girl child.
The State of the Nigerian Girl report is a very important report because it carries vital information that are based on authentic statistics, and this report is needed so people can see the actual state of the girl child based on real numbers, so they can know how alarming the situation is and how urgent girls need attention.
So how do we get out of this bondage called early child marriage?
Based on the findings in the report, I want the government first to make sure they give priority to girl child based on their education, their protection, their survival, their health, and
all other aspects.
There should be implementation of strategies and policies to end child marriage. And the government at all levels should prioritize the domestication of the Child Rights Act and make education compulsory for the girl child in Nigeria.
We need these policies to be properly implemented so that people would see and those parents will realize that if I force my daughter to get married at a young age, before the age of 18, I'm going to jail or I'm going to prison. So that kind of, those kind of sanctions would scare them. It will scare those perpetrators against doing anything that would harm the lives of children and girls.
Government should ensure that there's awareness to promote girl child education, there's proper health care for girl child education, all the sexual and reproductive health education, sanitary stuff in schools, and all other things that will just make the life of a girl child better. If the government happens to raise awareness to our parents, I expect things will just go smoothly. We will not be married off before our 18th birthday. We will be allowed to go to school, and then we will not be facing gender inequality between us and the boys.
And to other girls in Nigeria, I want you to be very confident, to be able to speak for yourself. If you don't agree with anything, feel very free to say no and be able to speak for others, just like we're doing for you right now. And try to be very, very educated so tomorrow you can be someone that can help yourself and all the people around you. To the parents of the girls, I want you to know that your girls are gifts given to you, and you should try as much as possible to educate them as you educate your boys, because they need support, they need your care. So give them that support, protect them, protect their health, and ensure that they become a better version of themselves.